Yeah, hi guys, Jason here, Robot Lawn Mowers Australia. Today I'm just going to run through very briefly the range and the models and the brands that we have available now in Australia, particularly through our store, robotlawnmowers.com.au. I'll run you through quickly what we've got. Before I do though, I just want to quickly note that for those of you who have just a very small, almost perfectly flat open lawn, mostly just about any robot lawnmower will probably do the job. If your lawn's not like that, if you have narrow passageways, you've got any slopes at all, particularly any slopes that are going down onto the edges, please do get in contact with us, because all different mowers have very different capabilities when it comes to navigating pathways and particularly the slopes and reversing back from a slope at the bottom of your yard or where the perimeter wire is going to be laid. So please do get in contact with us because those slopes at the bottom of the wire there are a lot less than you may think the mowers are capable of doing. So please do get in contact with us, either email us or give us a buzz so we can chat to you and give you the right advice to make sure you get the right mower for your lawn type and for the specific criteria that your lawn has. So I'll get into it quickly. So we have a bunch of generic machines that are available here. 3 out of the 4 brands we have here we import ourselves, so we manage the warranties for them. There's no Australian support from the manufacturers, so it's all up to us. So we're your go-to on those machines when it comes to any warranty support or spare parts or anything like that. Firstly, the Fenix brand there. So we have Fenix. There's 4 different variants of those guys. They're all brushless motors, whether the travel motors and the cutting motor are all brushless. Quite a well-built machine inside. The components are very, very good. The machine itself is very, very small. So be aware of that. There's a model available that doesn't have a Bluetooth app and a model that does. Machine's very easy to use without using the app anyway. Next onto those we have our lawnmowers. Now lawnmowers we've been selling for quite a long time now. We now have 7 different variants of these machines. They start off right down low with brushed motors and small batteries and no LCD display, and then they have very different variances whether they have an LCD display or not, whether they have brushless cutting motors. The drive motors are always brushed in these machines, and how large the battery is in the machine, as well as the physical size of the machine and the cutting blades underneath it. So yeah, have a look at our website so you can see what all the different varieties are there. They're sold in Australia under a couple of different brands, so just be aware that the Lawnmower brand is also X-Gain, it's also Divas, it's also the Mobots. I think that's all we have around in Australia, but they're all the same machines, they have all the same components in there. So give us a buzz if you need any advice on those. I'll jump straight over to the Kojins at the back here. There's 2 models available there for these guys, the YZ4 as well as the CC150. Is basically around about 1,000 square metres, and it goes on to about 2,500 square metres for the CC150. I don't sell those guys online, so if you're looking for those guys, please give us a buzz. There's a couple of things that they do that you need to be well aware about before buying one of those machines. So they're the 3 brands that we have here that we import and that we manage the warranties for. All the other brands we have here, including even the Swift, which is a generic machine, but the Swift, the Landroid or the Worx Landroids, Victor, Solo, or Massport Solo, and all the Ambrosio range, they're all managed by Australian companies, so the parts and service and support is all available directly from the manufacturers for us to fall back on. So they're all in Australia. We're not dealing with overseas companies with those machines. So back to the last of our generics, which is the Swift. It's also sold under the brand Redback. Like I said, it has an Australian agent here in Australia, so support and parts and everything are actually available in Australia, which is great. The machine itself, at the moment there's only 1 machine, the RM18, and it's good for about 600 square metres. It's all brushless, again, well built little machine, no connectivity on it at the moment, but there is a version coming with Wi-Fi connection, I believe. I believe it's a standalone Wi-Fi. So they're all our generics. Worx. So Worx Landroid we've been working with since they first came into Australia. Fantastic company. They're set up in Australia. They're well known in Australia. They're well known overseas. The Worx Landroid products are one of the highest sold robotic lawnmowers in the world, as far as as far as volume is concerned. There's 3 variants of the machine that we have here. There's a 500 square metre model, which is the WR139E, and the WR140E goes up to 1,000 square metres, and then the WR150E goes up to 1,500 square metres. They're all customisable, so there's ultrasonic sensors and a few different variances you can actually get with these machines. The batteries are all click in, click out. They're a very well made machine, very reliable machines. The warranty is 3 years, which most other machines are all 1 year. All 2 years. Mostly all branded generics are all 1 year. All other machines are 2 years, except for the Landroids, which are 3 years. Yeah, very, very good machines. The company is well established here in Australia. The support and service that we can offer on these machines is really, really good. And their biggest stand apart from all the other machines is the cut to edge feature. So they've got an offset blade that allows you to cut closer to the edge, so less line trimming, and the Wi-Fi connectivity, so it integrates to your home Wi-Fi, so you've always got connection. So the app control is very, very good with the Worx Landroids. Onto the other shelf here, so we'll go up to the Victor RM100. Victor only bring in 1 machine at the moment, and it is the RM100. It's all brushless. All the other branded machines are all brushless motors, so it's only really the generics you need to think about whether you've got brushed or brushless motors in them. All the others are brushless. The Victor, well-built little machine, very strong, very reliable. It allows you to cut a little bit lower than most of the other machines as well, so if you've got a really low cut, the Victor might be the machine for you. This machine has no connectivity, so everything is done from the machine, so there's no app. I believe the next model that comes out, hopefully when Australia will actually have an app control for it. But at the moment everything's done at the machine, which is all very, very easy. The displays and the programming of these machines is very intuitive, so it's not very difficult to do. Onto the Massport, which is the Robot Lawn 700. It's made by Solo. Now Massport are the distributors for all these guys. Really well refined machine. These guys are designed in Germany, made in Austria. Just a very, very good high quality machine, the way it's built and the way it operates. Connectivity is 0 again, so there's no app control for this guy. No Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, none of that sort of thing. You do everything from the machine, much like the Victor. Again, it's very easy to do, so you don't really have to worry too much about whether you've got to program these guys at the machine versus app-controlled machines. But the Robot Lawn or the Massport machine, I do rate very high. I think it's a great machine, and it's well refined. Ambrosio, as far as I'm concerned, make the best robot lawn mower in the world. Certainly in Australia, the highest quality machine that you can get. Their range is rather expansive. They start off with the L60 Elite here, which has no perimeter wire, so it senses the wire. You can watch one of our other videos to see how that actually works. It's recently just changed from the L60 Deluxe through to the L60 Elite, so be aware that when you're looking at other models there, that you're looking for the L60 Elite now, which is they've got all brushless cutting motors in it and 2 variances in battery sizes. The rest of the range for Ambrosio, it starts off basically in the L32 range, then it goes through the L35. There's now also the 20 Elite range now as well we've got available. I'll put all these up on the screen here as we go through. They go through to the L85, which is for doing slopes, so this guy here will go up and down slopes much better than all the other machines will. Through to the L250, for doing larger areas from 2,000 square metres right through to 5,000 square metres. Then the L350, and then onto the L400s after that. So we've got machines that will do up to 20,000 square metres with Ambrosio. And you can also run obviously multiple machines of any of these machines for that matter. You can run multiple machines either in individual perimeter wire setups, or you can run multiple machines within one perimeter wire. Just need to get hold of us and we can advise you on what you can and can't do. So that's the range that we have available to us at the moment, guys. So like I said, I'll just wrap up. So in the generics we have the Phoenix, the Lawnbar, the Kojin models that we import, and we look after the warranties and services and spare parts, everything ourselves here at Robot Lawn Mowers Australia. The Swift machine is the only generic machine on the market right now that has an Australian entity. that we have service and support and parts within Australia are available to us, and all our branded machines from the Worx Landroids through to all the others we have here, the Victor, the Massport and Ambrosio. They're all coming now from well-established companies within Australia. Service and support is great, and the machines themselves are all built very, very well from a quality and an operational standpoint. We test all the machines that we have here. We know all the machines, so when you really want to get some good advice, give us a buzz so we can actually advise you on the best mower for your yard, or if you've got a brand in particular that you're looking at, even if the machine that you're looking at is not sold by us, by all means give us a call and we can discuss the suitability of that machine onto your yard. Again, we've got good knowledge about pretty much all robot lawn mowers in Australia. So by all means give us a buzz and get the best advice that you can get, so that you can ensure that you buy the right robot for your lawn. And I really can't stress that enough, that no one robot suits all lawns. They've all got pros and cons, and they've all got different abilities for different things. So thanks for watching this video, and if you need to get in contact with us, please do so. We're always happy to talk about these guys. You can visit the website at www.robotlawnmowers.com.au. You can catch us on Facebook, just search for Robot Lawn Mowers Australia, or by all means send us an email at sales@robotlawnmowers.com.au. Thanks for watching.